boredom and motivation to simplify the cleansing, the cleanser, the toner, the moisturizer, the exfoliator, the eye makeup remover, the cotton wools, the this. I used to travel a lot at that time, and it was half of my suitcase. I ended up having nothing but this kind of stuff in it. And towards the end, I thought it's just too complicated, too confusing, and most of the time not giving adequate results. I thought, that's it. I have to have something which would be quick, safe, which would remove all this and just have one product that you put in your pocket, on your suitcase or wherever, and off you go. I think I started believing in the product when I've discovered that a lot of people try to copy it. And I thought, if I'm worth copying, then there must be something in it. It took years. Simply, I had the formula in my head. We all know about essential oils. Some of them are important, some of them are not. The concoction of the 4 oils was very important. I digged into my childhood, and for instance, the chamomile oil reminded me of my grandmother rinsing my hair as a child to preserve the blondness, because only blonde girl and blue-eyed were common in those days. And clove oil, that was another tool that Granny used to use when we had a toothache. So she used to use clove, dump it into the hot water and push it up the tooth. Growing up in Czechoslovakia in those days, like I said, we had not many choices of either detergents, let alone cosmetics. And one of the powerful detergent, or rather rinse tool, was hops extract, hops flower, and then eucalyptus, because I was thinking of lymphatic system and a lot of people suffering from sinuses, which would slightly loosen up and it would help to decongest the skin at the same time. Paramount, those 4 oils. But I think what is also important is the amount of each oil, because they marry each other. If you put one slightly more than the other, they repel each other. I had a friend who was a pharmaceutical chemist, and he used to fight me by saying, you can't stabilize this formula unless you put water in it. And I used to say, over my dead body, right from the beginning, I don't want any water, because if I want to then use the cloth and hot water, I need something which would stand the ground, which would soften the dead cells, and also at the same time would keep the heat which one introduces with the cloth, would not affect the skin. Once you have a water in a product, it becomes an emollient, and it's no longer used to me. So I banged the door one day and I said, no, I just have to plod along. But boy, did I suffer over the years, because the formula would not stabilize and it used to turn into porridge. People who used to, they didn't buy it. I didn't sell it at the beginning. I used to use, I wouldn't say guinea pigs, but they were quite happy to start using it. And they used to bring it at the end of a month saying, can I have another fresher one? Because this one I can't even touch. So it took a few years. The cloth is important as an exfoliating agent, simply because the way the cleanser was made, it's a very oily goo, and that goo has to be removed with heat because it's oily. You can't remove oil with cold water, and it had to serve as heat inducer into the skin, and also as an exfoliator, as an exfoliating agent. The importance of the cloth is paramount to the cleanser. And your skin looks absolutely wonderful after that, and you feel wonderful.